Hello guys, RAK'S here, and today I bring you a short guide on some details that you should keep in mind if you're trying to craft the Mechamagul MK2 from Motherlode, okay? First of all, you need to have some kind of decent gear. As you can see, I'm at 170 AM level, so not a big deal, not too low either, okay? Things to keep in mind. Well, basically, you need to have the goggles. If you don't have the goggles, you're going to get fewer materials. With the goggles, you'll get from 3 to 6. Without the goggles, you will get 1 to 3. Okay, which materials? Well, these ones. This, and this. Okay. These three. These are the ones you're looking for. Okay. If you don't have the goggles and you're at 175 engineering, well, you'll get 1 to 3. 1 of 1, 1 of 2, 2 of 1, or 1 of each one, or 2 of 1 and 1 of the other one. But the maximum you will get 3. However, if you have the goggles, you get from 3 to 6, 1 of each one, or 2 of 1, 1 of each other. So basically the minimum you will get is 1 of each one if you have the goggles. Okay. Other important thing that I will tell you here is that you should be using consumables like the chest one, this one, the one that gives extra stats on chest. Okay, that one. And also you should be using food and flask. I mean, that makes it faster. Okay. Other thing that you should carry would use a potion of invisibility. Without further ado, let's start a little bit on what are we detailing now. First thing, there's a very nice route you can take if you're doing this on a level 60 character, which is what I would suggest you to do. You can just come across here and dodge everything. Now if by some reason you pull something, kill it without using your cooldowns. Oh sorry, I forgot the timer, so we can add like, what, 30 seconds? Here you use the potion of invisibility just to cross that pack, because if you don't use it, you cannot skip it. Of course, if you're a class that can stealth, like a druid or a rogue or a hunter with camouflage, you can do it too. Then you just come up, and the only pull that I'd suggest you to do is this. Get these 3 little lads, continue pulling up, get these ones, these ones, these ones, and these ones. Because these groups are much harder to skip. Okay. In here, as I'm using a decay, I will pop all my cooldowns, because for the time I'm at the boss, I will have them back. So that's the thing. Now, if you are running other classes, you'll have to analyze if it's worth to burn all your cooldowns here, or if it's not. Because from here to the boss it will take like 1.5 minutes, almost 2 minutes, so it may be worth to burn your cooldowns here. If you have mining too, you can mine these mobs. As you can see, they give gray stuff, but they have a chance to give ore, either storm silver ore, platinum ore, or monolite ore. Okay, you see 4 monolite there, that's cool to get. You can get some ore here. It will depend on your realm if it's worth or not getting the ore. As I told you, these packs are harder to skip, but if you're a class that can stealth, go ahead and skip them. You can get green items too that you can scrap for expulsum, which is also important. However, while you're doing this, you'll get a lot of expulsum. Not for crafting the mount, not enough for crafting the mount, but you'll get a good chunk of expulsum. So this part's a little bit tricky, because you want to dodge these masterminds. They take a very long time to kill, and they are not worth your time. You will pass through the left side, just like by the wall to avoid pulling extra stuff. And as I told you, the only pack that I suggest you to do is the one I pulled. If you pull more things, try not to burn your cooldowns, especially if you're doing it in a class that has like 2-minute cooldowns like a decay. You can just dodge the stuff here, you don't need to worry. The bombs don't pull anything else, so just cross ahead and you can come to the boss. Now, here comes something important. I will start burning all my cooldowns here again, because it's not worth for me to wait until I have the boss after intermission, because the intermission takes quite a long time. So you want to just burn your cooldowns here too and be ready to kill the boss. I mean, maybe later on the expansion this will be faster, but now I'm achieving like 6-minute runs, which is kind of cool because I can do 10 runs an hour, and crafting the mount will take maximum 15 runs. So every hour and a half I can have a mount ready to be sold. I suggest you to do a little bit the mechanics to avoid taking extra damage. I mean, I'm playing a tank spec, so shouldn't be an issue. This is something I never dodge as I'm in a tank. I just try to straight up kill these ones, because there can be an issue with these little adds. As if the boss puts the pillars too close to the entry, too close to the entrance of the room, it can reset. And I just rather kill these ones before they can kick me out of the stage and get me to reset the boss. That's something that I strongly suggest. Of course, try not to burn more than one drill smash for killing the adds. If you're burning 2, you're wasting a lot of time. For example, now the ad is dead. Almost. Get this drill smash, the ad is dead. And I just continue. If you're doing this on a tank spec, the best thing you can do is stamina things. And of course, wear your Heart of Azeroth and your goggles. Why do you want to do that? Basically, when you have the Heart of Azeroth, you get a nice chunk of stamina, and that just makes that this essence, the Anima of Death, will do a huge amount of damage, because it's 10% of your health. I'm at 93k health, so I'm doing like 10k in one shot to the boss. Of course, you're going to burn everything you can to kill it faster, but that's the best way, I think, doing it on a tank spec. Remember that the hardest thing of this method is having the pattern, the schematic, because the schematic only drops from Mythic. You see, I got one of these, and 2 of this, so I got 4, and I got a piece. Now, what happens is that when you're killing this boss, there's a huge possibility that you get the trinket, so that will give you a lot of expulsum. So if you see here, I have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trinkets. That's 8 expulsum sure, and I have 6 more, 3 here and 3 on the bank. So I'm so far at 14, and maybe the green stuff, the asteroid pieces that I have got, will not only give me extra mats to sell, but they may give me more expulsum to complete the 20. So it's kind of cool. Let me see if this works, because this computer has a tendency to bug. Cannot click the mount. But for the mount, what you need is 20 expulsum, 20 of this, 20 of this, 20 of this. You need, if I'm not mistaken, 100 of this, and 50 platinum ore. Let me see if I have some here. I should, and here 50 of this or 100 of this. Either way, at the moment, if you see, I have a lot of plate that I will be able to scrap, and that means that I'm going to have a good chunk of gold here, either to auction, to use for the mount. And if I'm short of expulsum, what I will do is go to my tailor, buy some tile spray linen, and craft the bracers, the tile spray linen bracers, just to get the extra expulsum. because that's the cheapest way to do it. Of course, if you leave this way, if you do the dungeon this way and leave, you should do it fast, because if not, you will there's like a bomb that will kick you to the inside part. I mean, you will not pull anything, but it will delay you like 5-6 seconds. And thanks for watching, guys. I hope it helps. Remember, important thing to have the googles. These ones are the Black Empire ones, so try to get the googles. That helps a lot. And if you don't have the schematic, just keep in mind that it's very hard to get the schematic now, because it drops from this boss on Mythic, but it has like a very low drop rate. We're talking like 1 in 10,000 or something like that. So getting it can be like, if you're unlucky, 3 or 4 years, and if you're lucky, it can take 10 minutes. So keep that in mind, guys. Have a good one, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, see you on the next one.